Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Comfy Org stream. I'm here with Phil and Julien. What's up, guys?
Doing good, doing good. New stuff dropping every 30 seconds.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
Let's go.
Today, we're talking about something super exciting. It is Wan 2.2 Fun Control, and the Inpainting models dropped yesterday, day before. And as usual, everybody on Banadoko has been going absolutely crazy, doing tests and running stuff. And I don't think Kajai has even slept. Yeah, just going through the message history, it's been pretty crazy. Just before we get all into it and freak out, Wan 2.2 Fun Control models, I believe, were originally designed to do like camera controls, like very strong camera controls. But then it also is able to almost take in almost anything that you could control net pre-process, and it just sort of does the thing. It's this really cool sort of magical box where you can feed it control videos, and then it'll do kind of what the video said. So in a way, it's like what we were doing with animate diff and things like that. But for now, it's like the quality, the coherence. It's on a whole new level. So yeah, I'm super stoked. Community's been going crazy. Let me slide over and show you guys all the stuff I've been doing with it today. Some of this might be nightmare fuel, but
Oh my god. Starting off real strong.
Yeah, so it takes a starting image and it also takes an input video. But what's interesting about this one is the starting image persists instead of just being a like a style guide for the animation. It actually it turns into the animation. So as a result, you can get some really crazy inputs by like combining movement input footage with a first frame that almost doesn't seem like it would work. Like this one, for instance, this pans over and there's oh my god, a polar bear. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's crazy, and it's been really fun to watch the community dive into this one because, man, yeah, we'll slide over to Banadoko and show you guys some fun stuff that's been going on over there. Let me pull that up real quick. The workflow, I have it up here. It's actually it's a little more complicated than your average Wan workflow. Let me hide all the extra stuff here so we can get this nice and big. But yeah, it's there's some stuff going on. But it's not that scary. And you can handle it.
It's pretty spread out too.
Yeah, let me change our little heads here so we're a little smaller. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, basically it's just the normal Wan workflow. You can see we're loading two different models and we're using 2K samplers, and we're doing the whole thing. However, you'll notice these nodes are named differently because we're using Kajai's Wan video wrapper today. So if you want to play along, you can go to the manager and go to custom nodes manager and search for Wan video wrapper. That node pack there will unlock all this stuff, but you will need a bunch of other node packs when you load up one of these example workflows. That'll come up and tell you which ones you need. You can go through the manager and sort of whack-a-mole those until you get them installed. But it is very powerful, and it does unlock some features that aren't available in native just because of the the crazy bleeding edge stuff Kajai's into. And also, I think he got context windows working this morning in a, well, maybe not context windows, but context. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. Let's slide over to Banadoko. We'll come back to this workflow. This workflow that I'm using today, by the way, is available once you install Wan Video Wrapper. If you go to your browse templates and go to the Wan Video Wrapper examples, it's in here. It's the Wan Video 2.2 Fun Control Example 01. So this is the workflow that I'm currently using here. The Wan Video Fun 2.2 Control Example 1. There's, again, all the cool things you can do with Wan are basically available in this example folder. So you can just go crazy trying out all this stuff and filling your hard drive up with models. It might look like this when you open it up. If you change it over here, there's a list view where you can see sort of the whole file name. So yeah, check all this stuff out. But again, today we are using, where is it? Wan 2.2 Fun Control example. So just in case you're wondering where the workflow is, that's where it is. It's built right in. All right. And then, yeah, it'll open up this crazy thing. And then you do the normal thing where you go through and check what models are being used. And then if you have that model, you go in and swap it out. And if you don't, you'll have to go download it. The best way to do that is to just Google the file name of the model that you're trying to download. And then you'll find that and the rest of them in that folder. You can go ahead and grab those and throw them in the folders and go to town. The one thing to notice or to pay attention to about fun control models, especially these Kajai ones, the scaled ones, they are actually checkpoints. So they go in your diffusion models folder. I don't know if there will be LoRa's for this or if this is a model-based thing, but it might just remain a model-based thing. So don't do what I did and put them in the LoRa's folder and then wonder why they don't show up. So yeah, let's slide over to Banadoko, show you guys like what people have been doing with this, because the workflow looks nice, but it's not super helpful. Let's go over to where are you, Banadoko? Let's just do my whole screen. There we go. Okay. Does that work? Yep. All right, great. Let's go to Banadoko. Okay. So right now, Kajai is playing with the context stuff. So these might not make a lot of sense to us right now. So we're going to come back to these. Let's go to, I just saw one earlier. There it is. So this is an example of what's possible with Wan 2.2 once you get everything dialed in. I don't know about you, but that looks pretty state of the art to me.
That's clean as hell.
Awesome.
It's so clean. I like the hands too. And there's even the right amount of fingers, even though it's a bird human.
Perfect.
And this is the context stuff I was talking about. Kajai has been asking. So the default prompt for Wan is a red panda walking, through the. Oh, okay. Let's re-add that. I think my stream went away. Is that the case?
You're still here.
Do you guys still see it? Oh, okay.
We see.
Okay, this is just that bug that I get. Okay, cool. So yeah, let me know if you can't see the screen, okay, people? Because I currently can't see it in my preview. So
We'll let you know.
yeah. So basically the default prompt for Wan is a panda, like a red panda walking across a log in the forest. So he's trying to like add context and that red panda using the prompt and then get it to do something related. And here he's got it painting the Mona Lisa, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think this is the a new little adapter model called Stand-In. So it's like another side module plugin to Wan. It came out like today, I think, which is crazy.
It's so cool. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. Where else? This is more masking with that. You just masked out the face and added her to the scene. That's wild. Like he's actually interacting there. Like
Perfect.
Yeah, moving the hair. Yeah, that's nuts. You'll see a lot of.
Wow.
You'll see a lot of examples with this old man. This is like this is sort of one of those like Will Smith eating spaghetti things that everybody plays with Wan. This is an interesting one. I'd like to know how they're getting a starting frame that's not becoming the image. So we'll have to ask.
Maybe
Pew,
concat.
pew, pew. Yeah, maybe. Like started on. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stand-in results. It's still pretty impressive. Doesn't really look like Will Smith, but man, we are getting so close to something. This one is awesome. Okay. T2 RTX 5090 did this bullet time example. How cool is that? Yeah, do you want to see how they did that? This
That's
is
really
even
great.
cooler. This is even cooler. Check this out.
just
That's the
ducks.
input footage,
Nice.
Wow,
right?
that's impressive.
Oh yeah.
What is this? What
This is
Is
Fun
this-
Control.
Fun Control? Okay,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Kajai did one earlier where he wrote out the
I saw
ano.
that.
Yeah, and it totally did the thing. These ones look great too, Charlie. Just bringing his character to life. Super consistent. Super consistent. I've seen a bunch of these. It's
Is this trained?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's the other thing. We don't know a lot about these. Sometimes people don't share what they did exactly. This one's interesting. So these ones start pixelated on the first frame and then sort of morph into a 3D look. Even though he's prompting for pixels. So that's an interesting sort of thing that's happening. But man, does that look good. Like, even though it's just shrugging off the pixel art thing, it like really.
That looks so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like 2 seconds worth of training on pixel art would just keep it, or just a pixel art LoRa, just like low weight, would be fine.
There's another example of masking.
Just a dead stare.
Don't you dare blink.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see it's making a hat out of the mask. You see that?
Yeah, there is some bleeding for sure.
So yeah, like we're feeding a control image and a control video into the control node and then feeding that into Wan.
These like portal effects are really fun.
I know. And it like makes a mirror. You see that? Like, what?
Yeah.
This was 2.2 2 weeks ago. What?
Well,
14 seconds. What?
Whoa.
Nice catch.
He's
Nice catch.
just snuggling with it. He's not even eating it.
Like, I'm not hungry today.
I gotta see that again. Holy cow.
It's really hard to see the context window. It's difficult.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Oh, and by the way, Kajai is dropping the workflows for this stuff as he does it. And there's usually, maybe it's a branch or something if he's working on something crazy. So just hang out in Banadoko and go through, and you'll see like he's posted a bunch of workflows on this stuff. And if you ask, how did you do that? Instead of explaining it, he'll probably just give you the workflow.
Yeah. Easier this way.
This is really cool. So on this one, the insert image plus the masking video. So it's telling it where it wants the face, and then it's putting the face in the mask.
Oh my god.
It's close.
It's so close.
It's trying.
It's cool though.
We're closer than we've ever been.
Oh yeah.
Which is, a statement I make almost every week, but whatever.
It's the worst it'll ever be. That's the crazy part, right?
Wow, the consistency. Does her hair stay the same color? Is there a blue? Oh, I wish there was one more second to see if there's blue on the other side. That's so cool. And then this is upscaled. And I think interpolated. Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, man.
IMAX says, I know I'm probably saying your name wrong. I'm sorry if I am. Not needing to train a LoRa for consistent characters is always neat. Yeah, absolutely. And being able to then train a LoRa to sort of dive into consistent worlds is also amazing. Like, it's great to have both.
It's really like that's why like flux context and like these kind of models were such a big deal. Because like if you can edit images or like put subjects in other places without the need of fine tuning, I mean, that's kind of like the holy grail right now.
Yeah. I saw another example, but I'm not seeing it. Oh yeah, here it is. Wow.
My
Yeah,
God.
that's impressive.
Wow.
Holy moly, I wasn't expecting that.
That caught me by surprise, this one. Jesus
Yeah, me
Christ.
too.
And that's by again, sorry if I didn't say your name. I meant to. This is by our Rish Appy. Again, just slaughtering these names.
This one's by Jim.
Upscaled 704 to 1920 by 1920 plus interpolation with Seed VR Q8 Sharp. What's that?
Oh, Seed
Oh.
VR. Seed VR is an upscaler by ByteDance. It's a one-step diffusion upscaler.
Okay, I need to play with that. That is incredibly clean.
It's now that upscaler. We should cover this on another
Yeah,
video. But that
Mhm.
upscaler, it works better when things are really low. So like if you ran like a 480p and then
Oh,
you
really?
wanted to bring it to 1280, it's super good at that. But if your video is already there and you want to push it, it's not that great. You can just tell that's how they trained it, but it's impressive. And the overhead, it's kind of heavy for a one-step diffusion thing.
Mhm.
It's pretty heavy.
Hey, Bennett. Hey, Mr. Boofy. What's up, friends?
What a boofy.
Nice
Boofy,
crew.
Bennett, Mordonkus, iMac. Oh man, Jimbo, a lot of talented people here today.
I love the people joining us like this every week, twice a week. Thanks
Just
for
while
the
we
VP.
scroll Banadoko. Super insightful.
Crinkly has been
Oh my god.
He's been in the training channel. So Crinkly, if you don't know, he made the Lost Boys Laura on Civet, and he's been really documenting his training process and literally every little detail right on Civet. So
This is amazing.
Yeah,
Kudos to him.
he's been working on this Lost Boys Laura for like months.
Nice. Hello all, I'm new here trying to read the post from the last few days. Super interesting. I'm coming from a CG VFX background and I'd like to be able to control a video using a rough CG render as input. What would be your current recommendation? I tried Runway Alif. Okay, so this is Runway Alif. That's really good actually. And that's the input footage there.
That's solid.
Yeah. That's very impressive.
Impressive.
Just knock my laptop.
Now do it with Wan.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what he does with Wan now because he's like, how do I use Wan? How do I use Vase? Yeah, Gabriel G. I can't wait to see what you make, bud. It looks like there's a cow on fire. Okay. Oh, I guess it's going through a fire portal. It doesn't seem to be harmed by the fire. All right. Live portrait, multi-talk. Yeah, this is what I mean. Everyone's trying everything. So if you want to know, what this stuff is, this is a great place to see that. Just gonna 42 seconds to interpolate.
Oh,
Whoa, the glass?
the reflection through the glass.
Yeah.
Good.
This is like a nightmare I've had where when you hit the brake, it's like really hard to brake,
Or just doesn't do anything.
Like, yeah, you just you're pushing as hard as you can and it's like barely slowing down.
It's actually going faster.
Nightmare. Yeah. I stopped that one because you never know. Okay, some fun with spline control. Oh, come on.
So crazy, man.
Okay, I definitely need to get into the spline control thing.
This looks fun.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of control you have with this is nuts.
Okay. So like this is probably how action scenes will be done in the future.
In the future, just with
Yeah.
a laser, with a laser.
Once
With a
this gets a little
laser.
better, I can't
Come
see
on.
them bothering
Come
to
on,
film this
Juan.
stuff.
Do the V effect. Come on, follow the laser.
Yeah, I know.
That's amazing.
Not Really Human did this hilarious one of this pod creature eating himself.
Oh my god. Dude, come on.
It looks so good though.
It looks very good. Look, the small texture on the hairs is incredible.
I know. Look at the
like
material on the pod. Like, oh.
It would be funny if it was a loop eating itself, and
Oh yeah. So good. That's Not Really Human. They're always dropping amazing stuff on Bano. What's this?
Wow. Yeah, down in front, please.
Just trying to enjoy the game, dude. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel.
Oh my god.
What?
That looks incredibly good.
it's crazy.
That's really high quality. Holy moly.
Unbelievable.
The lighting, man, these video models really are like simulations.
Yeah. Getting closer and closer to just straight up world models.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Talking about one more.
moly.
Here's the end of one.
This Sunday.
I would watch this movie.
Dude, a red panda on a getaway? Nay, come on.
Pixel Pusher says we should review Not Safe for Life stuff. We'll do that on Kick, buddy.
No, absolutely not.
Join us on Kick.
Only if he posted his latest work.
Hit the ground. Hit. Oh yeah, let's go.
Wow, come on.
Man, like the physics of everything. The horse. I'm looking at the horse's legs. It looks all
know.
proper.
Except the horse is running like two legs at a time.
I noticed that.
It doesn't start doing that though. It's just doing that at the end. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really cool. Is this
Maybe they do that. I don't know. I actually don't know how.
nice?
What's
I like
this?
this. I like this series. I'm into this. I'm hooked. That's
fast-
wild.
The fast camera movement is so good.
A hyper detailed cinematic still frame from the Shrek movie, dude. Come on.
And it did it.
Isn't that the panda from Red?
I have no idea.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Almost like looks like comping.
Why does it say Kling AI on the bottom right?
Okay. All right. We're done here.
That's Hicho though. He's not usually like he's pretty
Yeah.
open source coded. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it was a single frame from Kling or something. Starting
yeah,
frame.
maybe.
Pixar wants to know your location. Yeah, for real. Yeah, this is a little a little close.
Okay.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, nice
Whoa.
shortcut.
Yeah,
Dude, I could see a whole new genre of TikTok videos where it's just like
Yeah,
GTA in real life kind of stuff.
that
Impossible
triggered
stunts.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Amazing. Yeah. This is what the sky reels. Oh, I saw those. Yeah. These are failed attempts. It's not all it's not all
Rosy.
wine and roses. Yes. There's a lot of weirdness, but this is, I believe, Kajai working on context windows. So yeah, this is like trying to return to the first frame to make a loop kind of thing.
Start and start.
Yeah. This is interesting too. latent upscale, not using latent upscale, but using like the traditional method of dumping it out, upscaling it in human land, and then re-encoding it. Kajai went from 512 to 1024, but look at this.
So
Like,
he's bouncing it out of latent space into pixel space.
yeah, and then upscaling it there, and then putting
Yeah.
it back
Coming
in.
back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he says latent upscale is terrible. Decode upscale encode works. This has some other ones actually. Just before, yeah, look at this one.
Just
Oh, this is so
It's
strange.
just like
the reflection of itself.
It's so strange.
like a third guy shows. Oh yeah, this the yeah. Oh, it's so weird. Just the extra. You shaves with two hands, bro.
I've seen this one. The split. I've never had it do that. I don't know.
Oh, I did. I got that a lot with Fun Control because of the way it's like it's doing the first frame and then just jumping from there. Now that, my friends, is a perfect loop. You see that? And the interesting thing about that is it is not a ping pong. If you watch, he shakes his head at the beginning, comes back up, does not shake his head. That's a loop.
Yeah.
Let's see again. Oh, you're right.
Super cool.
Yeah, so the thing that I'm really looking forward to is when I find with Wan stuff, it's like a slow, like if you were to graph it, it's like a slow start and then the movement kind of ramps, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm waiting for like the movement to kind of, or the loops to be cyclical. Jesus.
More linear.
Well, yeah, like I want to not know what the start frame was.
Yeah. It
you know.
feels very like if you like exponential, the ramp up, like it's not like a smooth 0 to 1. It's definitely got like a whoop to it. It's got a curve to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what causes that either, because once the motion gets going, it tends to do some really cool stuff.
Yeah, it might just be like the denoising curve, or honestly, maybe how it was trained. It's hard to tell.
What?
Yeah, this one is fantastically dynamic.
Can you see it? Oh, wow.
This is like some National Geographic.
It looks great.
The light flare.
Well, yeah,
Holy
when the light comes out of the tree here.
swing.
Then I looked at the pause. It's pretty damn spot on. This one's solid.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Bennett says Animate Diff still has such a strong hold on satisfying loops. I hope Wan can approach it in that regard. Me too, buddy. Me too. So is he going first sampler upscale on pixel space to second sampler? Yeah, more like first run output, then do another run encode higher, output that, and then encode that third run as even higher. So you're essentially you're stepping up the quality by spitting it out and pulling it back in. So yeah, as opposed to doing it in latent space, which tends to be bad because like it was actually just explained to me the other day that like when you VAE encode something, you're essentially squishing it down really small. So even if you double that, you're still doubling something that's compared to pixel space incredibly tiny detail wise. So yeah, it's a very strange concept. Wow. JFK construct is trying to do realism. That's really good. You can actually see logos and everything. Looks like the HP logo. Oh yeah, Allison's doing some cool stuff too. Allison Pereira. A lot of really cool people in this server. Definitely you should follow. Dromer Kill too. Makes a lot of great stuff. Uh-oh, can you miss?
Wow. So close. And it could still infer that like, oh, let's continue with the cat falling.
And splash it in the water. And no, that's crazy. So there is a rapid all-in-one model as well.
Yeah,
So
look at that
you can totally kind of like save some hard drive space and use that if you want. But I don't
I did
think the
try
quality
it.
is quite as good
Yeah.
as just using the separate stuff.
I was trying it the other day and can confirm it's just slightly below the 2 model setup.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's the one I really wanted to show. So we talked about Fun Control a lot, but we haven't talked about Fun Inpaint. What Fun Inpaint is actually really good at is doing first frame, last frame, and sort of tweening between those first frame and last frame by using its inpainting engine. Check this out. This is probably maybe 4 stills in the Saving Private Ryan style.
Trippy.
I know.
Oh, love it.
That's so cool.
I have some interesting ideas for just like series, like in a perfect world when I can just like make a show. I have some interesting ideas on some AI stuff that could only be
Only be
achieved through
done,
AI.
yeah.
You know?
That's the beauty of this. Newer storytelling.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, so they only masked out the
face is
face
so
and
good.
arms, and it did the thing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
This was Mel. So that is a comparison between 720 versus 420. User Artificial says Wan 2.2 Fun seems to work a lot better at 1280 by 720 or 720 by 1280. Significantly
Natively
less
trained.
artifacting if you do it at 480. That makes sense because the 2.1 Lite X models, there were some 480p variants of those, and they work great at 480p. But yeah, I think it is probably a training data thing, right?
Yeah. However, the 2.2 model, I have brought it all the way down to 128 pixels squared, and it still does the thing. So they
Yeah,
trained in every like crevice of the latent space.
it's crazy. Yeah, this one is AI Warper's profile pic. Mel made this one as well.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. Artifacty with more movement. Yeah, I think 720. Lightning Lauras are solid with Wan 2 Fun. What? That is so trippy. I wonder if you just added a frog picture. All right, friends, let's make some weird stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's switch over. Replace screen sharing with Comfy Share. Can you all see Comfy?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Okay. So I just ran one before we got started here. And this one, so we've talked about this a bit, but you can see what happens here. It starts with the initial image, but then when the character sort of jumps into frame like that, the new character just merges with the one that was there. This is happening a lot with this Fun Control. I'm sure there's a way around this. I haven't played with it enough yet to know, but I'll keep diving through Banadoko and I'll get better at this, and we'll keep playing with stuff. But today we're just going to try some stuff and see what it does. So yeah, the input image I used was this. I just grabbed it off Pexels. I thought it would be good because the input footage I used, that's the dance there. So almost in the same pose when they're coming in and then, did the thing. But because the character jumps in from out of frame in my video here, you can see when the video starts, her, twin sort of
Jumps
jumps
in
into
herself.
her. Yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah. But that's what was causing that weirdness when we were looking at those videos that I made earlier, where the character and the sort of open pose skeleton would eventually just merge, and then the thing would happen. So what I think you could do there is, if you wanted, just kill the first 15 frames or whatever, wherever it
Yeah,
is,
exactly.
where after the two people have merged, then you've got yourself a fine video. So if you want to use this, you can do that. There's probably a way to make it not do that, but I haven't figured that out yet. So let's try. So we'll go to Pexels.
Pixels pusher.
And we'll say full body, because that's, we kind of want the full. Oh, there's somebody using VR. That's a kid. We don't do kids. Doggo. Yeah. Forget what I said. I want to know what happens when the person dances into the doggo. Oh, you guys can probably only see Comfy, right? I just realized that. I just went over to Pexels to grab an image. So we'll use this image of this lovely dog. So someone should jump into frame and start dancing with this dog. Ideally. So let's follow the process here. So it's loading it up. It's feeding the information into the two Wan video control modules here. Start image, end image. Oh, we're gonna play with that. Control embeds, and then the control embeds are this video, sort of this the control video. So you're combining a control video and an input image to make a video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually really fast on a 5090 because we're only doing 6 steps here. Kajai has actually split out the stuff into integers, so you can just say, I want to do 6 steps and I want to split it at 3. And then it'll do all the math for you to actually do that, which is way easier than doing it every time. That being said, 4.2 will also work and it'll be faster. 7, 4, whatever, like play with it. The higher you go, the longer it's going to take. But these models are really designed to converge within 4 to 6 steps, the Light X LoRa's.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good place to stay in, but please experiment. Let us know if 8 steps is better. What tends to happen with these diffusion models though, is when you go over the recommended step count, it'll start to look like deep fried cheese. Wan. I mentioned this at the beginning of the show, but I'll show you guys again. Go to Manager, go to Custom Nodes Manager, and install the Wan Video Wrapper by Kajai. You can type Wan Video, and it'll probably be the first result. Install that. Restart Comfy. And then once Comfy is back, you go over to Workflow, Browse Templates, and it'll be right here under ComfyUI Wan Video Wrapper. You click there and you'll see Wan 2.2 Fun Control Example. This is the workflow I am using today. So it is available right in that folder. I don't think the paste worked, but that's okay. So it's Wan Video Fun 2.2 Control Example. There we go. That's the name of the workflow. It is in the Workflow Examples folder in the Kajai Wan Video Wrapper custom node folder. Also, if you don't want to get there from the browser. Lots of ways to get the workflow. And I have done absolutely nothing to change this workflow at all. Like,
it just works.
Absolutely nothing. Here we go. Dog's just minding his business, and then boom, there's a guy there dancing. We can also use a different input footage. Yeah, it's just like I think the pop in is really funny. That's why I'm using this input footage. But if you use like a more stationary video where the person is in frame the entire time, you'll probably get much better results, or at least much more controllable results. But let's slide over to Pexels and grab a new start video. And we'll try dance. Oh yeah, you guys can't see this. Sorry. Let me slide that in. Replace screen sharing with, can I just do the whole browser? Yeah, that should work. Okay. So we need a video where the person's somewhere towards the center and probably we get their whole body. It can be tall or it can be wide. It doesn't matter. They just kind of need to be in the middle.
That looks like.
Yeah, this could be a cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's grab this one. Download. And then we go back over to our Comfy, and all I do is just replace the input video here with the new one. Is that it? All right, and we can use our little trimmer here to trim ourselves a cool clip. So we're going to start skip first frames at 0, and we're going to leave that frame load cap at 81. 81 here, this is the
one
sort of default context window for Wan. You can punch this up to 121 if you want. It does work. But you know. Also for time, you might want to just do 81 frames while you're playing around. But yeah, let's have a look at the video. It's decided to give us. I think this will be good. Yeah. Well. All right. And then we can change the input image as well. Let's try her. Maybe she can do a weird dance. I'm not grabbing the most high quality version of these because we don't need them. Generally with this stuff, you don't really want the extremely high like 4K images and videos and stuff because like the overhead on loading it is just not, it's not worth it. Am I blind? Did I not just download that file? Julia M. Cameron. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay. Comfy. There it is. Sometimes Mac OS is annoying. Sometimes. Other times it's great.
Give it a take. Always.
And I'm just going to run it. Boom. So now it's calculating the like skeletal pose of this video. Can you explain one more time why it is 81 or 121 and not 24 frames times number of seconds? It is actually 24 frames times number of seconds. However, this was explained to me earlier. The way the latent works, there is actually an extra latent image at the front of the run. So that's why it's like 121 instead of 120 or, 100 and, 81 instead of 80. It is just a byproduct of the process of turning these videos into latents and back. And the reason that they're those values is the total frame count that goes in has to be divisible by 16. That's just a tensor thing. This goes with input footage, output, the length of this stuff. Actually, this open pose is really good. I'm surprised. Did a really good job. Just caught out of the corner of my eye there. But yeah, the main reason is math, and I don't have a good answer for you. All I know is it just is. And you can always chop frames. So like a lot of the image to video stuff, you'll notice the first frame's very bright and saturated, and then it like almost fades a little bit and then goes into the video. So you can actually cut after it's faded a little bit and you'll get a nicer sort of result out of the end of it. So maybe that's actually part of that sort of stapled frame onto the front of it. I don't really know. This is all just inference and stuff I've been noticing. But yeah, 81, 121. You could try different values. There's probably a whole thread in Banadoko about why and how you're supposed to do this. Another really cool thing is, I know I keep just talking, but Nathan Shipley has made a GPT, like a custom GPT, that is just infused with all the knowledge from the Wan Chatter channel, and you can talk to it. And that there's a link to that in the Wan Chatter channel somewhere. And I think there's a link to it in the resources section for Wan as well. That thing's really cool because it tries, like, he keeps it pretty up to date. So you can literally ask it context questions about this stuff, and it goes through its sort of memory bank of all the stuff that's happened, and it tries to give you decent results. So it's that's a very good resource for trying to cut through the sheer onslaught of text in that channel. Because coming into this stuff fresh is really overwhelming. So don't feel like you can't handle it or it's too much. We've developed this knowledge over like 3-4 years of doing animations with AI. So don't freak out. Don't worry about the sort of the landscape, the scope of the landscape. It's not as scary as it seems.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, that's brutal.
No.
That's a spaghetti mess right there.
What?
Lewis is asking if it can do depth maps. I
Yes.
believe it can, and it can do normals as well.
Let's try a depth map actually. So all we have to do that is remove this DW pose estimator because we don't need it. We're gonna use a depth. I don't know, depth anything.
Yep.
Actually, I don't have the model, and last time I did that, RunPod crashed. So I'm just gonna do Zoe for now. But yeah, you want to play with this at home, you can do. Let's do this into this. Yes. I think. This one's going to be extra weird, I think. Oh, what's my prompt? I probably have a very stupid prompt for all this. I haven't even adjusted it. Man dancing wildly. All right, that's fine.
That's suiting.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try it again with a depth map. I don't know what it's going to do. Can someone tell me what I can put in the prompt to pivot to the right? Like camera wise or oh, you're trying to control the camera. You know what I would do? Honestly, I would probably try that spline control thing. I bet you if you got the dot in the right place and moved it, it could follow, or maybe it would move the subject. I don't really know.
In the Wan paper, they have a list of specifically what they used. There's a few of them. Pan right.
Yeah, pan
left.
Pan
Tilt.
is the.
They also have tilt.
Yeah, pan is the actual term for what you're trying to do, so that might help. Pan camera to the right.
Yeah, it's what they said in the paper they trained. Yeah. There's a whole list of camera captions. Actually, the guy doing the anime lore, I forget his name now, but on his Civet post there's a breakdown. He actually went into the paper and found the exact Google Gemini system prompt for how every video in Wan was captioned. And so that's really interesting, going through there and just like understanding how to caption it back when you prompt, basically.
All right. How's it going? Are you done yet? No, we still got our creepy flesh man. It's so funny. The wobbly limbs. Yeah, it's so weird.
It's like those magic tricks with the cubes or whatever, but like instead it's.
But it's kind of crazy. We're getting 720p videos in what 2 minutes?
Not bad at all. It's impressive actually.
Yes, it's a 5090, but still. What's up, Cosmic? Yeah, the new mini map. It's pretty cool. You can always hide it if you want, if it's in the way. Another thing you can do with Comfy is there's this little 3 dots hamburger menu in the top right. If you click that, it'll actually remove all the sort of stuff around the edges. So if you're deep into a workflow and you find yourself like feeling very claustrophobic because there's like too much stuff around the edges, you could sort of make make it full screen by hiding the menu and then just bring it back by clicking it again. I think it's Alt H.
I think it's F,
Is it
actually.
F?
No? Did they
Yep,
change it?
Yep, it's
Yeah,
F. It's F. Yeah.
Okay.
So F will toggle that and basically fill your screen with the nodes. It's also good for like looking at the video because then you can, get it all nice and big. Because otherwise, there's a lot of stuff hanging out. How important is the prompt with all the control stuff there? The prompt is actually doing quite a bit, but the control is definitely like the thing that takes over there. Oh no! Oh no!
Interesting. It's like a mime.
No.
Yeah.
I like it.
So again, I am sure there is a way to do this where your start frame is not the start frame, but the style. And then it'll sort of teach you the rest of it. I don't remember what it is. I think you feed it the empty latent maybe. And then you use this. Let's try that. Yeah, this creation is getting progressively worse. You're right. But that's pretty much par for the course for this whole stream. So.
I like it. It just looks like a puppet show for sure. A Purz puppet show.
So now I'm super curious what this is going to do with an empty one video embed. I think.
Does it say here? Right there, if you zoom in the little box, it says use empty.
Yeah. So the image embeds were embedding the start image as our start image. I think what this will do will give us a blank start image, but still use the control video. But I don't know. What I don't know is if it will use the start image as the style image or if that's been bypassed at this point. I'd have to look into it a little more seriously. How are we doing? Step 2, 3, step 2 of 6, step 4 of 6. Let's go. Yes, Bennett. Bennett says, even if it looks terrifying, I see so much potential in that effect. We were just talking about that this morning. This is starting to feel like something creative again. Starting to feel like, so just sort of, well, I mean, there's many schools of thought about working with AI. One of them is I want to make stuff that's incredibly realistic and I want to use AI to do it. And I want to recreate the world perfectly. And I want to have perfect Hollywood VFX and amazing looking people. Then there's another world of AI. And if you go to Bennett's Instagram, you'll see what I'm talking about. Some people want to see things that are impossible to generate in real life, or maybe things where it's a collaboration with the computer to get weird. And that to me is like infinitely more exciting just as an artist. The weird stuff is what captivates me. But again, everything you do is valid in with AI. So like, this is not it's not to say the realistic stuff is not important, because it is. And the realistic stuff gets us to a place where we can do, there we go. That's really cool. So it used nothing of the input image, I think, right?
Just the text prompt looks like.
Yeah. Look at that chair. That's a great depth 3 remapping. Incredible. So let's try, instead of depth, let's try open pose, but with the empty, because I'm super curious now. To do that, I'm just going to add the DW pose node, DW pose estimator. This is in the ControlNet auxiliary, I can't say that word, auxiliary ControlNet. So if you type ControlNet at the top, it's ComfyUI ControlNet aux. This is going to give you access to all of the preprocessors that are available for ControlNet. But ControlNet in this case is kind of interchangeable with Fun. So like any preprocessor that you use ControlNet wise, Fun will probably be able to pick up on and do the thing. So there's a whole, like, there's a lot of nodes in here, a lot to explore. The main ones being depth, canny, which is edges. There's soft edge, which is like almost sketched edges. There's open pose, which is the skeleton thing that we're doing here. Oops, I just ran an open pose through a depth map. We don't want to do that. You can stack these. It's just a terrible idea. All right, so we'll run that through and we'll unplug you. So we're not going to remove the Zoe depth map node. I'm just going to move it over here because we're not using it. All right, so DW pose, resize, and go. So we're going to try that exact same run, except we're going to switch out the depth for the open pose and see what it does. Is it because of how much larger the girl is in the photo? You nailed it, Martin. That's exactly why it was doing that. The thing before where it was sort of puppeting the person in the middle of her. That's that start frame thing we were talking about, where it's starting from that start frame. And then if your composition of your input footage is completely different, it's just going to make weird stuff. But again, I think in the hands of someone like Bennett, we're about to see some crazy
matter of time.
stuff. Yeah.
I know Bennett's been big time into Wan lately, so I'm sure we're going to see some cool stuff.
I use it to mix two control nets in order not to have head twisting. Yes. You can actually combine the control net pre-processed processed outputs. So you could blend in 50-50 a open pose and a depth map with like screen or 100% with screen or 100% with overlay, I believe. And you can essentially mix them together and then feed that to Wan, and that can help with consistency. And then sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, let's try just the last frame. That's super interesting. So we'll swap I'm going to take the thing back in here. Boink. And we're going to change the start frame to the end frame and see what that do.
Oh.
So we're going to start with nothing and then land on the start image and see what that does. Okay, so we can't use native nodes for Fun and Inpaint. You might be able to. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I think the big thing there is you need this node, this Wan video image to video encode node. And you may need some of the settings that are exposed in these specific Wan video samplers, because there's a lot of extra, settings here. Like the text embeds, image embeds, model samples. This might work with regular case samplers. I just don't know. I know there are comfy versions of these models out. I just have not tested them yet. I've only done the testing with Wan Video Wrapper, and I wanted to show you guys something that for sure works before I, mess around. If I know there's like one thing can't do or whatever. But usually the native stuff becomes one-to-one pretty quickly. All the other models, like I use native for everything but this. And that's just because when something is brand new like this, I tend to play with the newest stuff with Wan Video Wrapper, and then it'll get merged into native and then just become part of my repertoire after that. So this is almost like you can think of the Wan Video Wrapper as a test grounds for all the newest stuff that's out for Wan, and then all the best and most useful stuff will be pulled into Comfy as native nodes and stuff like that. That's been the case so far anyway. And the native nodes are generally a lot easier to use. This is crazy.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Wow.
It's clean.
The head did not twist on this one.
Impressive. Well, friends, I didn't even get to inpainting yet.
Wait, yeah, I think you're cooking one. Didn't you? Did you run the one with the last frame? Love to see that one.
Oh yeah, not yet. This might just be goo. Be prepared, y'all.
I want to end on a nightmare, always.
Being low VRAM, the wrapper is helpful. Yes, the wrapper has a lot of support for the GGUF models. A lot of the things that you can do to run Wan on lower VRAM, a lot of So a lot of that stuff's available in native as well. But the other cool thing is you can install Wan Video Wrapper, and generally a lot of that stuff is actually interchangeable. If you want to use the Wan or the wrapper version of the Torch compile node or whatever, generally you can kind of wrap that in, or Sage Attention, or any of those sort of hacks and Tcache and all that stuff. You can kind of mix and match too. But if you get error messages you don't understand, you probably did something you can't do. Or maybe you just need to update Comfy. That tends to be my problem. I just need to update Comfy and then it'll work. Yeah. Ooh, rendering.
It always blows me away how fast 2.2 is.
I know.
It's impressive.
Yeah, it
Oh,
seems
how good
faster
it
than
is.
2.1.
It does. It does seem faster.
Need to stream longer or more times per week to keep up with the model learning. We stream twice a week, man.
I think we need to stream twice a day at this point.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about it a lot, and I'm thinking instead of switching to where we jump into Discord after these events, I think what a better thing might be to do is just to have separate Discord Hangout events. For the community to just come hang and share their stuff with us. So we'll all be on the same voice call, basically, instead of this sort of us broadcasting to you thing. It would be more of we're all just hanging out and working on stuff. So I'm going to try and get that kicking within the next couple weeks so that we'll have a sort of, like a designated hangout time on the Discord together. You guys can ask us questions and they can go a little longer, and we won't have to be worried about being entertaining all the time and all that stuff, because sometimes, the rabbit holes, they're interesting, but they can get kind of like, dull for like a stream like this, but for a Discord hangout, we can really get into it. So yeah.
Oh, I'm curious now. I'm excited.
Okay. Just faded out.
Well,
I can't believe how well it's sticking to that movement. Diff could never. I mean, wow. Yeah, the 4-hour streams were on creative exploration. Yeah, we don't do that here. They're a little long. Yeah, friends. But yeah, please play with these models. I will. I think we'll save the inpainting stuff for a Discord hangout, because I feel like that's a massive. I feel like it's a massive rabbit hole. Being able to sort of make masks and play with them and stuff. But yeah, let's slide over to the Q&A section. If you guys have any questions, any comments, let's hit them up right now. Oops, where'd the overlay go? Friends, where'd you go? Show on stream. Scuffed Epoch DJZ node streams for 2 to 4 hours daily. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I want to chat a few questions about LoRa training for consistency characters. Flux Gym or One Trainer? Is Flux or SDXL better for photorealistic characters? Phil?
Well, is Flux or SDXL
He wasn't listening
for photorealistic? No, I was listening. it's a mouthful.
What do you think?
I would say both of them are 100% capable. At this point, I would probably opt for Flux simply because the toolage is more like state of the art at this point. You get way more out of the box.
Higher res too.
Yeah, Flux in general has kind of like caught up. The thing with Flux, though, that I will say is like baseline Flux is not a really good realism model. I've gotten some really good realism out of it simply by training a data set that is purely realism. And you can see that LoRa data that I put in, it actually brings the entire quality of the model up. Because I'm fine tuning on top of it, but the base Flux model actually isn't great for realism. I see Left 4 in the chat said like the Kriya model is better for realism. That's true. However, most of the trainers, they're not going to support like just straight up loading those weights. Like you can do all that if you want, but you train a LoRa for the Kriya model and it won't work 1-to-1 with the other one. Or if you train one on the base weights of Flux and then use it with Kriya, it'll kind of be like a rough approximation of your data, not like as pure as it could be the other way around.
Yeah, I agree with that. IMAX says Wan 2.2 as an image model is also good. This is very true. It's been showing itself to be a really cool model and very trainable. Or very like fine tunable.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then you get videos too, right? It's sort of like a image model that can make videos, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and like I mean, like that's a really interesting paradigm. Like if you wanted to just make images, great. Like you train on one, it does a good job. But then to just have that ability built in to then be like, oh, now I want to make this a video, and like the same model that you're making the pictures
Can do
on.
both.
Yeah, like that's so powerful in my mind, that modality switch.
No, absolutely. I was expecting Wan 5B to be better as an SDXL replacement.
Yeah, dude, me too.
So the interesting thing about Wan 5B is it actually performs better at higher resolutions. So if you're getting results you don't like out of 5B, you might have to bump it up to 720 to get the best out of it. I've noticed that with the stuff I've been making with 5B. The stuff I was making at 480p was just mangled, and I think that's probably just part of the deal. But if you run 5B at 720, it's really clear. But I have not seen any 5B LoRa's or anything for consistency to give it to have an opinion on that. This is 10,000% funnier than watching and playing with the Sora Kling slot machine. Yeah, just a bit of control, right? It's all you need. Alex says the Wan Fun workflow does not appear in my workflows, and I've noticed that on different systems, different workflows just don't show up in the template gallery. Yeah, the template gallery is a part of the ComfyUI front end, so if you might have to pull your front end to get the latest template changes. That being said, this is not a built-in native workflow. This is part of the Wan Video Wrapper custom nodes. So if you go download the Wan Video Wrapper custom node, install it, restart Comfy, and then you'll see it at the very bottom of the list. You'll see all the custom nodes, have the ones that have example workflows. Their example workflows are exposed in there. So you can either go in there, go to the bottom, and you'll see it in there, or in the custom nodes folder, ComfyUI, custom nodes, Comfy Wan Video Wrapper, you'll see a folder in there called examples, and that's all the example workflow JSONs. You could just drag them right into Comfy and get to work. Easy peasy.
Or you can go on his Git too and see the stuff there as well.
It's pip install -r requirements .text. But you have to do that from inside of your Comfy virtual environment. So you'll have to either mount your virtual environment or learn how to do that with Portable, or learn how to do that with the desktop version. Updating the browse templates thing is generally easiest done by just updating Comfy and crossing your fingers. The other thing is, if it's a brand new workflow and it's not in your browse templates, just go to the Comfy blog. All the new workflows are on the blog. So just go to the blog post for the thing you're trying to play with, and the workflows will be in that post for sure. Yeah, there you go. Pip install ComfyUI workflow templates. Does that work? Nice. Right on. Well, friends, thank you so much. This has been super duper fun. Fun, get it? But yeah, we'll be back on Friday with more stuff. I feel like we need to step away from Wan just for one stream. So
I think the people want more.
Yeah, they want more. So the next Wan session, I think, will be on the Discord, and this Friday we will. I don't know yet. We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be fun. And I think we've been really leaning into the intermediate advanced videos lately. So maybe Friday we'll do something very simple, like, let's get Comfy going and let's make some images, let's hang out and sort of low stakes stuff to get your feet wet with Comfy, because a lot of the stuff we show you looks terrifying from a beginner's perspective. So let's do a Wan hangout maybe Thursday. I'll try and set up a time on the Discord for that. See if Phil and Julien can make it. Maybe it'll be a little later than this time, make it easier, but we'll all hang out together on the Discord and just start hacking on Inpainting model and Fun Control. You guys can show us all the crazy stuff you've been doing, and I think it'll be a really good time. We've done a few of them in the past, and it's been really fun to hang out with the community and have everyone yelling at the same time. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you on Friday. Drive safe. Have a great evening. Hold on.
Thank you all
for this. Boom. Oh, no, this one doesn't work because we're going to be here on Friday. I need to make one that says see you on Friday. I'll have to save that one for Fridays. Right on, friends. Have a great evening. We'll see you on Friday, and we'll see you on Thursday, hopefully on the Discord.
Thank you.